Assalamualaikum and good morning. My name is NURUL binti SULAIMAN. I'm from Educational Studies School. My metric number is 147238. And now I will present for the learning theories. Okay, for the first slide, I will be explain the meaning of the theory. Theory means a supposition or a system of ideas intended to explain something. Then, according to Cambridge Dictionary, a formal statement of the rules of which subject of study to base or the ideas that are suggested to explain. Next, I will explain the behaviorism theory. In this behaviorism theory, I have four founder for this theory, but I will only explain for three founder, which is Pavlov, Thorndike, and Skinner. Then, firstly, I will explain the meaning of or the overview for the behaviorism theory. Behaviorism theory focuses on changes in individual observable behavior and it also identifying relationship between specific action. I will explain the behaviorism theory with Pavlov founder for Pavlov. Pavlov born in 14 September 1949 and he also introduced classical conditioning, which is one of the process in learning for conditioning. And then Pavlov also using dog as an experiment and process for formation behavior. Then in this theory, I have four components, which is unconditioning stimulus, unconditioning response, conditioning stimulus, and conditional response. In conclusion, for this experiment that Pavlov do, behavior one of the reflect that happen with unconditioning process. Secondly, I will explain about Thorndike, a little bit of Thorndike. Thorndike is a psychologist in America, attracted how animals learn, and then for him, learning is an interaction between stimulus and response. What means of stimulus? Stimulus is anything that can stimulate learning activities. Okay, in his experiment, he used cat in his experiment, and then in his theory, he used step by step. Like mathematics, yes, we have step by step to learn, and then his theory also was trial and error theory. I will explain about Skinner. Skinner was born 20 March 1904 in United States, and he is the most famous behaviorist. And then he do experiment in operant conditioning. Operant conditioning means a process that can make the action repeat or disappear. Then this experiment he do is spontaneous and using mouse for his experiment. According to Skinner, behavior not just about response and stimulus, but on purpose behavior or operant. Okay, next, why I choose this behaviorism theory, because firstly easy to see and this theory can be measured. Why I say like this is it can be practiced. We can see with our own eyes what happened to our student. And then, for example, the teacher enter the class with the smile eyes, with a sweet face, and then the teacher give the test to the student. Of course, the student will feel ease or calm to answer the questions. But if between like that, if the student go to class with this angry face, of course the student will be scared, and when I want to answer the questions, the student won't feel calm when answer the questions. Okay, and then if the teacher give the present to the student, we can see that slowly the student have their what step by step improvement in the studies based on what teacher gave in the learning. And then those discrimination, like have a negative and positive confrontation, like what I just said like that, like before this, is give a present, then automatically the student will like how the teachers, when the students get a high mark or give a true answer, and then the teacher give the present, of course the student will feel like, will feel determined to studies. Even in the next class, if do repeat the same thing, and will be give the positive, or will be give the positive surroundings to the students. Then can we, if you use or apply these theories in our learning classes, it can be it have a planned learning activities. That means before we do the learning, we teach the students, we have the learning activities planning, know what kind of practical that want to use, and then objective of learning is clear. Be clear about the student what we will learn today. Then make sure their students is ready. That's the main point. Okay, in the for the conclusion, I hope that this story will be, it doesn't matter if behaviorism, constructivism, cognitivism, it doesn't matter. The most important things is we practice it in our class, and I'm sure that it will help our students when they're in class, to make sure they're more interested to learning. That's all from me. Thank you.